Hey Taters, this is Tree from treeoflogic.com, and I have a major update for you in reference to the resilient Jenkins family, and there's a lot to update you on, so let's just jump right into it. Here's a TLDR on everything Pick Me Stephanie and Dusty Drew did leading up to his court date. So first is the typical boring stuff of Pick Me Stephanie talking about getting all the kids up at once to go shopping so Dusty Drew can have some alone time with his PS5. Then it's cooking with scissors. Here, she shows us how she keeps their one motel room ventilated while cooking without her toddler getting out. Let's not forget that she also keeps the smoke detector covered with a towel to prevent it from going off. Now that the kids are back in school, she's showing us how she makes the bed and clean the bathroom, including the toilet. The next day, they have to wash clothes, so she separates the color clothes from the white clothes and put them all in trash bags. Once finished, she had 5 trash bags full of clothes. Before heading to the laundromat, Pick Me Stephanie and Dusty Drew stopped by Target to buy some things. Once at the laundromat, Pick Me Stephanie records herself filling the machines with the 5 loads of clothes. I want to point out that these videos get hundreds of thousands of views. I kid you not. The next day, Stephanie uploads a video clip of Drew and her putting groceries away and then started cleaning and cleaning and cleaning, cooking, cleaning some more, and cleaning once again. I tell you, this is some grade A content right here. Again, hundreds of thousands of views. And that's pretty much it on Pick Me Stephanie's channel until the court drama starts. Meanwhile, on Dusty Drew's new channel, he films himself breaking the law by driving his new Jetta. This was boring as F, but the comments on this video made it all worth it. Car lover in your bio, suspended license in your wallet, driving everywhere but work. Ambient lighting strips in a Jetta before securing stable housing is crazy work. Just called and reported to the cops that he's driving illegally. How do you choose which kid goes into the trunk? 2 grown adults with toddler brains, confused why their lives are falling apart. And this is the last one I'm going to read. To report someone driving without a license in Oregon, call the non-emergency police line, or if it's an emergency, 911, and provide much detail as possible about the driver and vehicle. And just like his pick-me girlfriend, Dusty Drew records himself doing the dishes. By the way, why is it that when I see this man, he's always wearing a black hoodie? Even when he's on his PS5, he's wearing this hoodie with headphones. I bet that thing reeks. Now we see Dusty Drew sort out their mini fridge. The next video clip shows him washing the dishes in the tiny sink again. I wonder why they stopped washing the dishes in the bathtub. Anywho, the next clips are of him cooking dinner and then cleaning the bathroom. I want to remind y'all that this man claims to have a heart condition which prevents him from working. But in these video clips, he's seen effortlessly bending over and even getting on his hands and knees to clean. But he can't work? He's too sick to get a job? Come on now. FYI, that's the new excuse Pick Me Stephanie is using now. She said that Dusty Drew could work, but he can't because he has a medical condition. And now we see the corner section of their motel room looking a hot mess, and Dusty Drew admitting that it looks this way due to him being lazy. Well, at least he has some self-awareness. I give him that. Just so you all know, unlike Pick Me Stephanie, Dusty Drew never talks on his videos. He doesn't say a word, and I find that very suspicious. So he's always wearing a hoodie inside covering his head, and he doesn't speak on any of his videos on his channel as well as Stephanie's channel. Yeah, that right there is sus, but it is what it is. And finally, before the court drama occurred, Dusty Drew records himself making French toast. So now let's talk about what happened during Dusty Drew's court date. Can you guess what went down? Nothing. That's right, nothing. Dusty Drew didn't show up for court, and now he has a bench warrant out for his arrest. I'll let Arita, the first baby mama, tell you all about it.
So I know everybody's waiting on an update, so I don't believe he showed up. Now, here's the thing, because I went back to look at my papers, and let me pull it up for you guys right here. Hold on. So right here is where I looked up a bench warrant will be issued, and it's typically issued immediately. So if he did not show up, this is how it goes. You guys can pause to read, do whatever. But this is what would happen since he possibly did not show up. You guys, I've been dealing with this for 12 years. The only difference is now the courts are involved, and the fact that he did not show up to court today is still going to fall on him. Not only did he lie to them and told them that he was working, he didn't show up. So there's consequences. And most smart people would know, like, if you don't follow the rules, the law, your order, you're held in contempt, and there's consequences to your actions. This has not fazed me. It just didn't surprise me. Me and my husband had already, had the conversation, and he's still going to have to deal with it. It's not going to go away. I've noticed he hasn't posted over 15 hours, so I'm curious of what has happened. A couple of us are pretty curious of what has happened. He has to live with his consequences, period, at the end of the day. She chose this life. She wanted to go viral. She clearly helped me find him. He was going to get served whether or not, to be quite honest with y'all, if they were viral or not. Let's think about it. Even if they didn't go viral or not, he still would have got served. He still would have been held in contempt. I still would have got a phone call. The only difference is I brought it to my caseworker's attention in October before I even made my video. Mind you, a year prior, she had called me to ask me about his whereabouts, and I couldn't give his whereabouts a year ago because I didn't know. I had no clue. Fast forward to this year, she wanted to go viral. It was brought to my attention by his sister. I seen it. I sent my stuff. Once I looked up for myself, I sent it to my caseworker. Hence, he had already been served those papers back in October. Like I said, I get things before he gets things because I get copies of what's being sent. So everything was going to play out either way. The only difference is there's a magnitude of people knowing what's going on right now because I brought it to the forefront when they were trying to play as if they're this poor, woe is me family on the internet. When in reality, he's been dipping and dodging for the last 12 years. And like I said, I have never had consistent child support payments. This is not going to do nothing to my child. Everything that my child has is not going to steal. I want you guys to know that right now. He's fine. I do what I have to do. I get up every day to go to work. My son has never lacked for anything. And that's why Drew would never be able to fight me for nothing. Because he knows how well taken care of his son is. However, he needs to be held accountable as an adult for what he put me or his child through, quite frankly, because he made it seem like I was keeping him hidden from him. And that's why my son ended up in counseling 2 years ago. Mind you, he's fine now. He don't ask nothing about that man. He knows who got what, and he knows who's there. But at the end of the day, it's his duty to take care of his child, who's financially responsible for that. So whatever they think they have going on or got going on will only last for so long before it catches up again. And this time, it's really going to catch up because he didn't show up. And that's my update for today.
So later on that day, after not showing up to court, he uploaded a video saying that he was at the ER with one of the kids because that child, I think it was the toddler, fell off the bed and bumped his head, and therefore he took him to the ER. But the ER was taking too long. They were there for hours and hours, and he decided to leave. Then the next day, that video got deleted. And then the day after that, he uploads this crazy video of him in the ER with nothing strapped to him. Like he's not hooked up to anything. Now, let me basically break this down. He was supposed to show up to court on Monday. He didn't. So there's a bench warrant out for his arrest. And then later on that night, he uploads a video saying that he was at the ER with his youngest son. On Tuesday, the day after the court hearing, that video got deleted. And then on Wednesday, he uploads this nonsense. So the text on this TikTok video says, "Hey everyone, I'm not behind bars like I'm sure people thought I would be. I guess I had a 2 to 3 minute seizure and I didn't come to until I got to the hospital." This is a lie, by the way. And this Pygmy Stephanie is going to contradict this entire narrative. We don't know the cause, except I was a couple of hours late taking my heart medication. And here you have him in the ER, which he was only there for a couple of hours, by the way, and they let him go home. "I hit my head on the wall and ended up with a few goose eggs." I don't know about y'all, but where are the goose eggs at? Are you trying to gaslight me, dude? Holy smokes. Uh-huh. Yeah, okay. These people are so extra, I swear. So Arita saw this video and she was laughing her butt off. And she also said in this TikTok video that it is his mother who suffers from seizures, not him. So he never had a history of seizures. And remember, these two have known each other since elementary school. So they've been in each other's lives for years. And also she's close with the mother and the sister. Actually, she's more close with Dusty Drew's biological family than Dusty Drew. Like, Dusty Drew's own biological mama don't want to have nothing to do with him. But anyway, she was just laughing her butt off at this. So while everybody was laughing at Dusty Drew's shenanigans, this didn't sit well with Pick Me Stephanie, and she had to say something about it, honey. So let's listen to her coping and lying.
So as you probably already know, well, some people may know because Drew posted about it, Drew went to the hospital this morning. I've never been the type of person that just likes to seek attention or wants people to pity me. That's why I find it goofy when people think that, like, I'm playing this lifestyle of broke because I want attention. Like, that's the last thing on my mind. That'd be silly. I think if there's people who do legit play like they're poor as we are for attention, there's something deep inside wrong with you. Deeply wrong. That's beside the point. I've been so quiet about so much because I'm just not the type. I don't want extra drama. I've been through so much in my life, and I've just had so many, like, depressive moments that it's like I'm just tired. I'm just done. I want to be happy. I want to be stress-free. So drama and me, they don't mix, okay? But I want to say that this is a lot of speculation. Like, people know what's what about me and Drew. And I don't care. I get that people got to make their own bills. They want to pay their own bills, and they got to be their ready update selves. That's okay. You make your living off being nasty. That's you. I don't care. But I'm not posting anything. I don't even know how to say it. I know that there's this term. You check yourself into the Facebook hospital where you're trying to seek attention. You're trying to seek people being pitied. You know, pity. Yeah, you're seeking pity. That's just not me and Drew, okay? We're very to ourselves. And the reason we were going to try to start sharing about his health journey was more just because it was on me. He wasn't even fully comfortable with it. It was me trying to slap people in the face with the reality that he's not just some man that sits on his ass and does nothing for his family. We've taken the steps, we've taken self-employment and pursuing different routes for not just his health, but my health included. And you know, I don't give a rat's hairy ball ass about your freaking statements of, well, I got this, that, and the third disease, and my husband has this, that, and that, and he'll still go to work and all that. Guess what? That's your decision. I've seen way too many people way too freaking young. And when I noticed that, hey, if I keep pushing my body this, that, and the third way, I'm going to cut 10 years off my life, and the same for my man, we're not going to do that. We're going to take the steps to worry about our health and be here for our kids as long as we possibly can. And I don't care if that bothers you. I just don't. But this morning was shit. Okay? Because the medical system is failing my man. I'm seeing firsthand how African Americans get treated in the medical system. And if you want to deny that, that's probably because it doesn't affect you. Okay? Or it doesn't affect someone close enough to you that you know what I'm talking about. It just seems like we know. That's just it. I haven't shared it because I just know how people are. Y'all gonna be like, oh, well, she can say, well, this test came back normal and this came back normal, and well, obviously there's nothing wrong with him and he's just playing games. Nah, man, do you know how many times an African American has their medical concerns dismissed simply because that's just how the doctors want to play? Okay, if you watch me, I'll watch it back. And this morning, when my man was interacting with the paramedics, I just often ask myself, like, would you be asking these questions if it was another, would you be asking these questions in a different scenario? Because why are you instantly assuming that this has to do with some kind of substance abuse? Why are you instantly assuming that he's faking it? And why are you calling him old when he's 35? Not an old man yet. And then just to sit there and act like I don't know my own man that I've been with for 3 years. And I'm telling you, he's not acting himself. He's not acting himself. I don't get it. I think it's freaking hilarious how doctors and people in the medical field will be like, I got this degree. I know you better than you know yourself. You just met me. You don't. Your degree did not, you didn't have a degree on me. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you need to listen. And ever since we went viral, the hell that we have gone through with the doctor's office, and it's just, it's not professional at all. And we have kept our mouth quiet. But I'm low-key tired of it, okay? I'm low-key freaking tired of keeping my mouth shut. I got a lot to say, and I've just been quiet. But I think I had a tipping point today where I just decided I didn't care if it was a 10-minute long video. I'm going to ramble and speak my freaking mind because I haven't done so. I've been so quiet. And you think my little videos and posts back are anything? No, I have not spoke my mind, and I damn well want to. But I don't think it's important. Sometimes, not that I don't think it's important. I don't think it's going to do any good because, take for example, Miss Rachel had a baby today. At least it's announced today, right? There's Reddit account who want to sit there and spew their ugly ass crap on Miss Rachel having a baby. So I don't give a flying what you all have to say. I know that you guys have evil deep down that you just don't know what to do with except sit behind a keyboard and spew it out on people who are doing nothing to you. It's goofy. It's freaking goofy. Like I said, I got shit to say. You think I didn't want to fly off the mouth the first few times that I seen that his ex is posted? Because what is that? Y'all had nothing to do with my life prior to me going viral. You had nothing to do with mine and Drew's relationship. You had nothing to do with us. And you see his significant other is starting to do good, and you can't handle that. You have to come in and try to get your piece. You have to come in and try to stomp whatever success Drew might end up having because of his significant other. I said nothing. And I thought eventually people would just be like, oh, that lady, that was the person who was misinformed, or this person is spewing off the mouth. And I thought it would all start speaking for itself, but all it's done is just turn into more webs of lies. And I've learned that there's more evil on the web than there is good. It just seemed like, I'm amazed at some of the shit I see. I really am. And don't get me started when it comes to Deshaun. That shit is getting me. I've done nothing but be there for that kid. He calls me mama. Who does he look for in the morning? Me. Who does he rely on for food, clothing? Me. And I make sure he has it every time before myself. Unlike you. Try to remember that. And now for the subscribers who want to sit there and be like, hey, this is what we paid for a subscription for. This should be on the subscription side. Now I'm going to give a little more of a detailed story on the subscription side. A little more of like what actually went down with his whole, why he went to the hospital. And honestly, it might help me because I could just use to just talk the situation off, because I got to play medical doctor sometimes, and it terrifies me, yo. Like I said, I've seen a lot, okay? I'll share more about that too.
First of all, who elected Pick Me Stephanie to be the spokesperson for the Black community medical problems and issues? I'm sorry. Who the hell is she to speak on these issues? Girl, if you don't sit your pasty ass down. And anyway, so I'm not going to get too much into this video because I don't want it to be too long. But honey, our leader saw this video and she clapped back. Let's check that one out.
Y'all, did Stephanie really get on this app and say I'm jealous of her? When the circus comes in, the clowns really get rolling, don't they? I've been with my man for 3 years and I really know him. Ma'am, I've known him since I was a f***ing kid. I know his family. There's nothing wrong with him. You know what's wrong with him? He's lazy. He don't want to work. He's trying to hide from child support. And if you ever thought I was jealous of you, let me show you something. Let me show you something. Let me show you something. You want to see something? Let me show you something real quick. Let me show you. Let me see if I can flip this. You think I'm jealous? Do you think I'm jealous? Wait, do you think I'm jealous? Jealous of what? Don't mind the dirty clothes, but jealous of what? What am I jealous of? My house is a little messy right now, but what am I jealous of? I mean, y'all excuse my house. But what am I jealous of, Stephanie? Please let me know. Because like I said, I know he never told you about me. I'm crazy. I'm jealous, boo. I'm jealous. I'm jealous. Make sure that man pay up what he's supposed to do. Make sure that man turn himself into that courthouse since you so big and bad. And saying I'm jealous. Like, y'all excuse my house because it's a little messy, but I'm jealous. I want to know where I'm jealous at. Let me know, Stephanie. Where am I jealous at, girl? Because you turned your stitch off. I want to stitch you. We can go back and forth. This is a fun little game for me. What am I jealous of, girl? You ain't got what I got. My car's paid off. I ain't got really no debt. What? I've been married for 10 years. My kids got a room. They share it. My dog, she may have a few little allergies, you know. I've been trying to get her balanced. She's 13, you know. I'm dealing with her. I've been dealing with her. But come again. Who's jealous of who? I've known him for 3 years. I've known him my whole life. I know his family. Me and his mom talk. Have you talked to her? Oh, wait, no, they don't want nothing to do with you. And I'm jealous. You know, his daddy would have slapped you in him. You wouldn't even exist, boo, if his daddy was around. God rest his soul. Because I know his daddy would flip. That let his little sister run into you too. She might throw them hands. She's a Leo. She might not even waste time because she don't even like her own brother. And how is it that I'm still in contact with family and they don't want nothing to do with him? Riddle me that. I'm jealous. Oh my God, this made my night, y'all. I don't even know what to say. I gotta start dinner. I got my fish defrosting. I gotta start making my dinner so I can show you guys how I do my fish. And I could post that. But I'm jealous, y'all. I didn't even know that about myself. Yeah, he ain't told you about me, Steph. I'm crazy. Andrew, you gotta do better, bro. You gonna be messing around with these buckethead breezies. You better let them know. I'ma always hold you accountable. I've been holding you accountable for 12 years. Your daddy was on my side. Your mama's still on my side. Uncle Jeff is still on my side. Your sister will always ride for me, bro. And you say I'm jealous? Yeah, Stephanie, you might want to sit this one out, boo. You don't want this mess over here. I'll read you for filth, but I won't do that so I won't disrespect your mama. You better find someone else to play with and call somebody else jealous, because I'll never be jealous of you.
And there you have it, taters. You are fully updated as of April the 10th, 2025. And I'm going to keep you updated. Woo, isn't this some hot mess? I'm telling you, I love this type of drama, and it's just getting started. We all are looking forward to the day where the Popo is going to catch up with Dusty Drew. I wonder how Pygmy Stephanie going to handle that. Anyway, as you can see, Pygmy Stephanie got caught lying and her story flip-flopped. But of course, the paramedics didn't believe that he had a seizure. That's the reason why they asked about drugs. And also, when he went to the hospital, he was released about 3 or 4 hours later because even the doctors didn't believe his story. They've seen this stuff before and they was like, okay, dude, we got some real sick people to handle. And Stephanie big mad about that. And she wants someone like, the African Americans and the doctors and my man and I got to play medical. Child, please. Anyway, yo, let me know what you think by leaving a comment below this video. I really want to see what you all have to say about this one. Anyway, if you're new to my channel, please subscribe and don't forget to like this video. And I'll see you all on the next one. Later, taters.